And we are live. Right, we're out. First of all, this is a new series that I'm doing every single Wednesday, and it's called Catapult Talk. The reason is to get people into the sport, to answer any questions that you may have and whatnot. We did a tester run a while ago, well, last week, and we had hundreds of people come, 20 different countries, people and shooters, and shared loads of information. So we're going to do this every Wednesday at 8 p.m. and help as many people out as we can, answer questions, and we'll chat for half hour, an hour, or however long it is, really. So yeah, every Wednesday we are. Sorry, I keep getting notifications popping up. Every Wednesday at 8 o'clock we'll be live. If you're into catapults and you want some stuff talking about, any questions, hit us up on here. Let us know where you're from, we'll get to it. But every Wednesday from now at 8 p.m. UK time, we will be doing this Catapult Talk show. The one we done the test of the other week, I had loads of messages after the show, and you know, it helped a lot of people with some stuff that was getting wrong with bands breaking, helped them with the shooting and that. So that is the whole idea of this show every Wednesday. Unless you're into catapults, it might be a bit boring because we just sat here talking for a while, but you know, it will help a lot of people. So we'll get straight into it with some questions here. Right, Dean Paul Lake, how you doing, buddy? Jack Vass, how you doing, pal? Rick O'Gorman, all right, Chavi, I'm good, Chavi, you? Fortnite Clip says, hi John, do you think you can hunt with single Ferroband gold bands? Without a doubt. I hunted with single Ferroband gold cut at 30mm to 20mm. Just by chance I got a strip here, obviously we double cut, but this is the setup I used. Single bands, 30 to 20mm. I hunted with them for about 4 years successfully, and killed pretty much every type of game there is. Accuracy is what kills, but Ferroband gold single 30 to 20 will kill whatever you hit in the head, unless you're at stupid distances or it's freezing cold. But you know, they are a good band to hunt with. I've, you know, the proof's in the pudding. Check back from my videos, you'll see me doing it. You know, it's no secret there's faster bands out there. The GZK is a faster band and it hits with a bit more punch. That's no secret, but Ferroband is more than adequate to kill game. But accuracy is what you want over power. If you can hit it in the head, it's dead. That's the way I see it. All right then, we got a load of comments. We're getting flooded again, but that's how we like it. All right then, please bear with me when I'm looking for these, because what it is, the comments shoot off, and if you have loads come through, they go back up, then you have to scroll down. I sort of stay on the screen for a bit, then sort of dissolve and go invisible. I don't know if it's the same for you lot watching, but yeah, that's where we're at. Danny Rye, thank you for my catty, John. I got it today, bruv. No problem, pal. Hope you like it, and happy shooting. George Hawking, hi mate. I'm good, thank you. Jacob Hall, hello. Michael Ollie Jarski, hello. Pinky Pete, how you doing, pal? Jack Vass says, what price do you think I should sell 100 leads for? Well, I actually used to sell ammo, steels and leads, and I stopped selling it for the simple fact it is stupidly heavy to post, and you often spend more on postage than what the ammo is worth. So for that reason, I didn't do it. It's okay for the big companies who ship thousands at a time and have their own parcel, you know, delivery service or that, but I couldn't see any way with me making money selling ammo. The postage was extortionate and it was just, it wasn't for me. But Pete, there is a price for leads, so you know, why not try and sell them? Best of luck with them. While we're on the lead ammo situation, I don't know if a lot of you seen a lot of the big game businesses in shotgun shooting, totally different subject, but this is what the talk's about, so we'll go off track here. They've all stopped doing lead shot in the shotguns now. They think that within the next 6 months, if not sooner, lead shot will be banned to shoot publicly in the countryside. So that's just a little bit of food for thought. It might happen with catapults, it might not. The catapults are a bit under the radar, so you never know, but lead shot is looking like it's going to be an all-out ban soon in shotguns, so that's something to think about. If it's illegal in shotguns and you're caught shooting lead with a catapult, will that be classed as illegal? Well, I don't know, make your own mind up, but it's just something to think about. Colin Rothwell, hello. Mr. GM, good day, John, good day. George Hawkin, thanks for the new cat. You're shooting well with it. No problem, George. I hope you're shooting good, as you say you are. Happy days. Hello, Robert Doe. Andrew Scrimger, what's the best catapult for my 10-year-old son to start with? I always recommend something cheap but solid. Obviously, with a youngster, if he's never shot before, you want something with quiet eye forks. Pretty light bands. My little one's 10. She shoots something like single 15mm straights with 9.5 steel, and she's 10 years old. And she can handle that, and it's good for target shooting up to 15-20 meter. So something like that. If you're after one from me, maybe our Budget Basher series, because they're extremely cheap considering. The Budget Basher A or B. If you do choose to come to us on our eBay, please message us and explain that it's for a 10-year-old, and we can either scale the catapult down for you and we'll fit the right elastic to suit a 10-year-old. It'll be no extra charge. Just let us know and we'll get you set up. We actually had a youngster shooting last week who ordered a Gamekeeper PPMG compact off us, and what I done for him, his dad messaged me, said he had a catapult from elsewhere and the grip didn't fit. So what I'd done, I've got a catapult to show you. Just for example, I'll show you this one. What I'd done, it wasn't this design, but it was a TTF the same. I custom made it so this gap here, which he grips round, was 10mm in there and 10mm in there, and that allowed the same wide gap, but the young lad then could actually grip the frame quite easy, because instead of gripping it like that, his hands was there instead of opening for the bigger gap. So we made him a custom. His dad sent me a picture. Pesters his dad every day to pick him up from school with it so that I can walk back through the woods. So if we can help you get set up for the youngsters, we will. Safety glasses is a must with the youngsters. It's a must with everybody, but even more so with the youngsters. But anything we can help with, just get in touch. But naturals are always a good thing to start with. They're quick and easy and free. You can enjoy them, and it's something is as good as everything. I've seen people win trophies with naturals. Myself, I won trophies this year shooting an old natural. So yeah, I hope that's helped. Right, just going back for the comments, so please bear with me. Reese Drummond says, how do you tell which ammo is best suited to your bands? As I know you've said ammo too light will reduce band life. You can normally tell if you're pulling back and you're struggling, like you don't want to be shooting 8 or 9.5 ammo. Really heavy bands suit, leads 12mm or so on. The thing is, there's that many different thicknesses of bands out now, and different bands, and some are faster, some are heavier draw. It's pretty much impossible to say a 20 to 25mm cut suits a 9.5mm steel, when some bands are 2 or 3 times as thick as the other. It's you can't say it no more. But if you know what band you're shooting, drop it on here now, and should be able to help you out. Craig Gibson says, hello mate, I have a PPMG Ocularis. What band should I use for 10mm leads? The GZK is a good option. 10mm leads are a bit heavier than the 8 and 9.5mm steels that everybody else use. A GZK band, if that's what you shoot, would, not the 6.6 is what I sell for the 9.5mm balls. They work perfect. You'd want to go a bit thicker to the 0.76 or 0.8 for the 10mm leads. Maybe try a 25 to 20 taper. See if you think it's powerful enough or not, but you won't be far away with something like that. The ferro bands, what I sell, the double 20 to 15 hunter bands, they work great with a 10mm lead as well. They're ideal for that. Catapult Hunter says, hey up pal, how you doing? Catapult Hunting says, alright mate, thought it was the same profile then, but it's not. There's Catapult Hunter and Catapult Hunting. Tom Neal, hey up, how you doing pal? Guy Wakeford, hello. Pinky Pete says, why do some people draw back past their heads but others their mouths? What difference does it make? Right. Most people draw there and there, because this, if you look in my other videos, this is your anchor point. Like, this is your reference point, that's your anchor. And that's called a fixed anchor, because you can put it in the corner of your mouth, on your eye, on your nose, in your ear. You have a point to go back to. And I think that's the best way to get consistent accuracy, your eyes in the same place. Some people pull back and they have it here, and that's called a floating anchor, so it can move, and that's also semi-butterfly. The plus side of that, the longer you draw length, the faster the shot. If you were shooting, for example, 25 to 20 mil single bands, and you were shooting with your bands 90% maxed out, or from there you could be expecting probably 230 feet per second, 240 feet per second. Now if you cut your bands a bit longer and had them 90% maxed out to there, you could probably be expecting 260, 270. So it does generate more speeds. The problem is you have a floating anchor then. It's hard to keep this hand in the same place every time. It is possible, I know some people who do it, but it takes a lot of practice and a lot of muscle memory. So I think personally better accuracy is with a fixed anchor, but if you want to generate better speeds or long distance shooting, you know, that's why people draw back. But it's how you feel comfortable with, really. A lot of people, you know, catapults, I could tell you everything I think's right with catapults on here, and somebody could argue everything, because that's the beautiful thing about catapulting and shooting. Nothing is right for everybody. Everybody's different, they shoot different, and you know, it is each to their own. We can only give a rough guide until you actually try both and see what works for you. It is really hard to say what's best, but for me, and probably I think I can speak for about 80-85% of all the shooters I know, and target shooters, they use a fixed anchor, whether it be the corner of the mouth, the cheek, the eye. Not too many people use a semi-butterfly. There's a few very good shooters out there who do it. One springs to mind now. I'm sure you all know Mr. John Jeffries. He shoots a pickle fork, almost full butterfly. I couldn't shoot one of them like that. I'd be scared to take my finger off, but he does it, and he's really good at it. So it does suit some and it doesn't suit some. It's not my cup of tea. I can shoot it, but it's not for me. But again, it's each to their own. Right, we have got so many questions. Right, bear with me. We've been live for 11 minutes. I think we're going to be here for a good half an hour, 45 minutes just on these questions. But we're here every Wednesday, 8 PM UK time, and we'll get through as much as possible. We've got about another 100 messages after this, so please bear with me. And if I don't read your message out, I am extremely sorry. Just scrolling through them now. Hi John, love your vid, says Arnie Klein. How you doing? Old Reeky Vapor. Hi John, how's tricks, mate? I'm good. Same old workshop every day, making catapults, in the office packing orders and making bands on the night. When I get time, I'm fishing. Robert Doe, like your catapults, mate. Thank you. Cody Brown says, I hope John will 6mm ball bearings kill. The answer is yes. Would I recommend them? No. For a 6mm ball bearing, you want to be looking at speeds well in excess of 300 feet per second, and you also want to be extremely accurate. I'm not saying they won't kill, they do, but could I recommend them publicly for people to go and hunt with 6mm steels? Not a chance would I recommend it, but yes, they will kill at the right speed with the right person shooting it. Radagaz Electronic, hi John, how you doing? Catapult Hunter says, still looking for a rabbit close enough or a good shot. You'll find them, pal, keep at it. Razar DJ says, love from the desert. What desert's that? It's a bit warmer than here. We've apparently got snow tonight here in North Wales. Don't know how true it is because the weather's all messed up in it really, but you never know. You video are real. Leroy Vincent, you video are real. Well, I think that's right. Tom Stevens, alright buddy, how you doing? Wild Bill C, are your keyring catties all the same or is there more than one design? What is it, a keyring catapult, so Wild Bill? We done a batch last week of 25. I had an offcut of some wood, some thinner wood, and I'd done a run of 25 just to use some wood up and put them on, and the lot sold within 20 minutes, half an hour. So what I've done this week is I've done another 30 batch in between orders and stuff, and I'll be releasing them tomorrow or Saturday, but that is a different design, so I don't actually sell them on my website or eBay. Every now and then I do a run of one-off ones basically, then I'd screw the template up, and then maybe in another week or two's time I might do another run, and it's first come first serve. So as the moment every batch is different because I wouldn't do two batches the same, as it makes everyone a little bit more special. Then you know, not everybody can get the same. Once the batch is gone, they're gone basically. Right, bear with me because I've lost all your comments again. So many comments. Please bear with me, people. Please bear with me. So many questions, basically. Hello, mate. Greetings from the States. Hello. John James Finney. All right, Chavy. I'm good, Tamash. I'm good. Leroy Vincent, your videos are really good. That's what you meant to say. Catapult hunting, you got any games since, John? I've been doing bits and bobs. Got a rabbit the other day, which is, I'm in the process of editing the video. Catch and cook it, but I just didn't have time to do proper editing, really. But I have had one the other day. Hello, John. Got one of your TTF catapults. It's really good, and I've shot 27 rabbits with it today. Thank you. Bloody hell, David Gray. I ain't shot that many all year. Stephen Wilkins. Yo, lads. How you doing? John James Finney says, Rico Gorman, rule number 4, no dry firing. It is right. For anybody on about ban life, we have a specific video in my how-to section, which is called Top 10 Tips for Ban Life, and we cover everything in detail there. Excuse me. So if you're having trouble with your elastics breaking or failing early, check that video out. There's 10 reasons there what can make your bands fail early. And if you do all them 10 reasons and get them right, and your bands are failing, then take up golf, because it's covered in that video. Right then, Danny Brown says, when looking for naturals, do you have a rule of thumb for the thickness of the forks? Say no smaller than the width of a pound or something. Me personally, no, because I make little keyring ones which are as thin as a pencil. And when I'm carving U ones, when I actually carve an oversized fork, they can start off thicker than my wrist. So there is no rule at all, really, but the only rule I would say is before you band it and pull it back, strength test it and check it's strong enough. You don't want that coming back and smacking you in the chops. Right. Old Piper 87 says, lead is banned for ducks here because it poisons the water. Can imagine so as well. Rice Petrina says, hi John, watching you for a long time. Good. Tim Council once says, hello John from Widnes, is that right? Lead is banned for shotguns in the Netherlands for ages. Stephen Wilkins says, the PPM G Plus is the best I've shot, just struggle to find my active length for bands. I do have a video again in my how-to section, how to find your draw length. What I like to do, these bands are too long for me. This is the PPM G Plus hammer grip. Quickly put that in, show you a plug. It was designed for hammer, and you grip it, especially for hammer grip. This bit here pulls back onto the top of the hand. The specific hammer grip. What I like to do when I'm shooting for my draw length, I want my bands maxed out, not there. I draw to the corner of my mouth. I like to have that extra inch or two, so shoot like that. And my bands are maxed out there, and that little bit of inch there just gives you a bit of play. I don't like to have them 100% max, so when I pull there I'm struggling and shaking. I like to set it up, draw back, and just have that little couple inch of play. And that's how I find mine. It's not really hard to find. Basically, you put a band set on, and if it doesn't stretch enough, make it longer. And if it stretches too much, make it shorter, and within no time you'll have it set up. Right, lost all your comments again, because the moment I take my finger off the phone, they all go. Right, bear with me people, bear with me. Right then, so whereabout in the world is everybody from? Anybody local to me? North Wales me? Gamekeeper John isn't the best man all over YouTube. Cody Brown says, cack, I don't know what that's to, but cool. Catapult hunting, you got any game yet? JB Outdoors, ooh, I haven't been in a live stream in a while. You have now, buddy? Henry Longley says, hi John, what's better for smaller hands, the PPMG Plus or the PPMG? One of the main things we done on the PPMG Plus was made the web swell. I've actually got one of them here, but I can show you an old PPMG. That gap there on the PPMG Plus, we made that a bit narrower so smaller hands could fit in. So the PPMG Plus is 100% better for smaller hands, because because we brought the web grip in especially for that. Bear with me, bear with me. Bear with me, people. So many comments. What shampoo do you use? GZK anti-dandruff. Catapult Hunter says, I sold my PPMG and brought a Raptor because I shoot Raptors best. That's the art of catapult shooting, buddy. What suits one person might not suit another. Some people get on really well with the PPMG Plus and the PPMG. Some people cannot stop fork hitting them and can't hit anything with them. So that's the love of it. You know, you got to find what suits you, and not every catapult is for everybody. Alex Martin says, do a vid on like reference points. If you look on my channel, we have a mini aiming series. I think in mini series 1 or 2 we cover aiming with anchor and reference points, or we have a full video which is about 30 minutes long on how to aim, which covers everything to change your anchor point up, down, back, twist it to get your accuracy in. Sam Chown, hi John, love your videos. Leroy Vincent, can you send me a pair of speeds? This isn't my first time, I'm just gets into it. Not quite sure what that means, sorry. Kasongo Iggy says, John, shall I sand off the fork hits on my PPMG? Unless they're physically damaging the bands and they're on the top, there's no need. If you want to, you could do. Fork hits are a thing with catapults. I always say it's a tool. So yeah, mine's absolutely hammered and battered, or my catapults they use to shoot. JB Outdoors says, how's the baby? He's not much of a baby now, he's 2, running around talking and shouting. Probably be seeing him in some videos this year or next year shooting, and that's serious, he's shot right up, he has. What kind of wood for a natural? Reese Petrina says, oak, ash, sycamore, yew, hawthorn. There's too many different woods you can use. Always strength test it as if you can. Catapult Hunter, what's your favourite catapult? Definitely my Pocket Poacher series. It's between the PPMG Plus and the original PPMG. I'm shooting the original PPMG now for the simple reason, about a year ago the bands broke on my PPMG Plus, so I picked my original PPMG up and started shooting it, and didn't really miss a lot with it, and I won the 20 metre with it in April at the ESF, shooting against over 300 people in 11 countries or something like that, and I come first in the 20 metre, so since then I've stuck to it. So that's the only reason why. Big T Catapult Addict says, you coming along 20 comps this year, John? No, not this year, Big T. Having a year off, or I might come back in 2021. I've lost a little bit of love for the tournament side of things. It's just, I'd rather be out in the field doing some filming, some mooching, or I'd rather be going on fishing trips or other stuff. I've got nothing against the Catapult tournament scene. I think it's buzzing the way it's going and that, but it's just not for me anymore. Nothing against it. I wanted to get up to 100 trophies, got 97 trophies from competing now, but I wanted to get up to 100, but I dare say over the next year or 2 I should pick them other 3 up. I've done a lot of shooting and won a lot. I've won like something like 5 field events, 7 10 metre events, 4 20 metre events, all the plaques, speed shooting, long distance. I've sort of won a lot of what there is to offer, especially in the UK, so I'm done with the catapult scene for a bit, target shooting wise, but I'll always let you lads know when they are, advertise them, and hope that they're busier than ever, because it's a major part of catapults now, the tournaments, and the time and effort that the people put in who put the tournaments on is, I don't think unless you've actually done it, you would understand how much time and effort they put in. So best of luck with them all. It's just not my cup of tea anymore. I'd rather be out in the field. I'm a country lad, prefer me mooching and shooting, not stood inside shooting at a little bit of plastic. It's just my opinion. Logan, hello there. Alright, Reese Drummond says, I'm shooting GZK green .76, mate. What do you suggest for that? And my other budget basher catty I got off you has Ferroband gold on. I'm shooting GZK .76, mate. What do you suggest for that? It really depends what ammo you're shooting. If you're shooting a 9.5 steel, which is pretty much uniform for everybody. I wouldn't go above a single 25 to 20 taper, especially with a 7.6. You might even want to lower that a little bit. Recommendations for 3/8-inch steel hunting band taper. JB Outdoors says, I'm shooting GZK green 0.66 cut at 25 to 20mm, and that is nailing everything. I put a video on my Facebook page a few months ago. Rabbit sat up in the field. I've shot the rabbit, hit it straight in between the eyes, and on camera I've cut the skin back. A bit graphic, so you know I couldn't put it on YouTube, they'd give me a strike. And I've peeled the skin back, and there's a perfect hole there, and it's split its skull in half and the bull's in. You can see it all being cut open on my channel, and that's what it does. That was from about 15-20 metres. The rabbit stood up and looked at me. It's just gone. Rabbit shot up in the air, dropped, gone. Will 6mm steel kill? I've already answered that one. Somebody said it. It will kill, but it's definitely not an ammo I'd recommend to hunt with, because it needs to be at some serious speed and some serious accuracy. Only the elite, really, in my opinion, can shoot and hunt with 6mm. I wouldn't even do it myself, and I don't think many people would, just out of respect of the game. But yes, you can hunt with 6mm and it will kill, but definitely not recommended. Jack Rimmett, hope you well, John. Happy shooting. I'm good, thank you. You've been out with your dog this season? Logan122 says. Not really, pal. She has the odd rabbit here and there when we're on the mooch, but she ain't a proper working dog. She's more of a pet, but she knows when to get a rabbit if she wants one. But I don't do that much with her, to be fair. She's a lap dog. She's my girl. Right, Paul Thompson says, I went out and got a natural. How do you think I should put the bands on, TTF or OTT? Only 10, love shotgun shooting, saving pocket money to get one of your catapults. So that's an hard question to say. Most people start with OTT because it's a bit simpler to attach and possibly a bit simpler and easier to shoot, but try both. What is the smallest ammo that is possible to hunt with? Well, you know, you could kill something with a 3mm ammo if you put it in its brain, couldn't you? You know, you kill with a 177 and a 22 pellet. But again, you're going to be needing to be going at like 700-800 feet per second. Safely, humanely, and what I would recommend is do not drop below 8mm for hunting. 9.5 is my sweet spot. I know a lot of people who hunt with 8mm and they get good kills, but 9.5's mine. Hello, John from Czech Republic. Joseph Cotton says, Catapult hunter, I shoot my wasp wolf, but waiting for my raptor. Both great frames. Mitchell Wheeler says, which is more accurate, TTF or OTT? Both the same. It's totally down to the shooter. Some of the best shooters I've seen shoot OTT. Some of the best shooters I've seen shoot TTF. There is no difference. I shoot both probably equally. I just favour TTF, but I could shoot over the top in the same, you know, style, gangster style side on with anchor and reference and shoot the same. Daffy Daddy, hello. I can imagine it's stress trying to read as many messages, Logan says. It is a bit stressful, but it's more the fact of they don't stay on the screen. If they could stay on the screen and I could scroll up to them, happy days, but they just disappear. Pinky Pete says, thank you for the email the other day and saying you love my first natural I made and in the process of doing my first board cut. No problem, buddy. I think you actually messaged me today, or was it somebody else doing a board cut? I do get a lot of messages on my Facebook page. When I'm active on there posting, it's not out of the normal to get 60-70 messages a day, so we do have an automatic reply set up with links on if you need anything. But every now and then when I've got time, I do go through the messages. It's just there's that many come through, I simply haven't got time to do them all. One of the reasons why I do this every Wednesday night at 8 PM now is so any questions we can get all out in one hit, and hopefully that will free my inbox up a bit. Alex Martin says, what size ball do you recommend? 9.5 steel all day long. The perfect for hunting, the perfect for target, they're cheap, they're easy to get hold of. You can shoot relatively light bands in opposed to shooting heavy leads or stones. And, you know, they're good for targets and they'll kill any game. Why would you want to go bigger? Why would you want to go smaller? Answer me that question. There's no need. Young Gamer says, when are the keyring catties available? I've actually finished most of them today. I just need sanding. The keyring attachment should be here tomorrow, so obviously until they come I can't get them photoed. Maybe tomorrow, maybe Friday. You'll see them on my Facebook page. There'll be a batch of 30 and it'll be first come first serve. Alex Marty says like with GZK, good stuff. Cody Brown, yes, he answered my question, sure did. Looking to buy a PPMG, is the plus better for smaller hands? Yes, because the gap that you grip is narrower, meaning smaller hands can fit on it better. Catapult Hunter says I've got snow in my hair. I don't know if that's generally snow, but yeah, apparently we got snow here tonight where I am. It's about 1 degree now and there's snow on all the hills and it's coming. We will see. 9.5 the best, the TTF better than over the top, Mitchell Wheeler says. Already answered that one, just buddy. Both the same, depends on the shooter. Equally as good as each other in the right hands. Cody Brown, are the Chinese bands good to kill? Yeah, I'm killing a lot with them. Gafita says hello. Well, emoji, smiley face, thumb up from 100 miles south. Right, it's foggy. Bear with me, people. John, can you do a slow-mo of tuck and cut band attachments and close up too? I do have a few. Oh shit, sugar. Camera tripod's gone over, bear with me. I do have quite a few how-to videos. If they're not good enough, I would do another. I have a new camera now and some new software, so I could probably do a much better how to make band sets and wrap and tuck it video, so I might do an updated one soon enough. Hello, John from Tennessee, US. Folk Shooter TV says, how's the family? Enjoy your videos. We're all very good here, my friend. Hope all's good your side the pond. Colin Rovwell says, any tips on squirrel hunting? Yes, make sure you hit them in the head. They're tough little bugger, squirrels. They really do take some killing. I've hit squirrels in the past with heavy bands and leads and I've seen it crack off their head and they've run off. For a small animal, they have a relatively thick skull and they're very hardy. You really do need to, you know, hit them in the right place with a good bit of whack. And even then, once you get them, they can still hang on and you have to drop them down. So squirrel hunting, headshots, and make sure you're using something with a bit of poke. As opposed to a pigeon or a pheasant, you can pick them off with relatively light bands. The skull cracks, they're down. A squirrel is a bit more hardy. Bright Nwoki says, hi John, greetings from Nigeria. I always suffer a hand slap when shooting OTT slingshot, even when I think the ammo in band is matched. Any suggestions how to avoid this? Are your bands too long? Your bands could be too long, which is causing the slack. The leather pouch, I mean one of these ammo pouches, if that's too heavy, that could also cause hand slap. The wrap and tuck, or the knots where you put it on, if that's big and bulky and added weight, that can cause hand slap. But sometimes, this has been brought up in the past before, sometimes just general styles and what you do with your hand after the shot and move it back can also cause the hand slap. So there's a few things there. Bear with me. Been shooting your PPMG, love it so far, and I had a pigeon yesterday. Good man. Leroy Vincent, you're the best man all over YouTube. Mark Kilpatrick, hope you're good, buddy. I'm good. Call of Duty 527 says, I've got a PPSG and I love it. Classic design, the PPSG. That was one of the revolutions in the catapult world, in my opinion. When we brought that original one out, you know, the web swell that soaks up into your hand. We called that the Super Grip PPSG, Pocket Poacher Super Grip. There was no low fork TTFs anywhere like that with the web swell. Now you look over eBay now and pretty much 70-80% of all TTFs have got the web swell, that curvy bit around there, and they're all called so-and-so Super Grip, so-and-so Super Grip. Well, I can officially say I brought that out and revolutionised it, and where we lead a lot follow, say no more. Josh Hill says, what are the best bands for hunting with 9.5 steel? Well, I shoot 9.5 steel and I'm shooting 0.66 thick GZK green, tapered at 25 to 20 mil, and it's killing everything I'm hitting. Bear with me. Graffiti says to Bright Nwiki, sorry if I said that wrong, who's getting an hand slap. That usually means there is unspent energy. Adjust your band length. Yes, Gafita, that is exactly right. So this is the whole idea of this getting the community together. Because even if I can't answer the question, other people come on and say, I did actually say that the bands might be too long, and he said unspent energy, adjust your band length. But the more people we can get on here every week, the more problems we can solve. Like the one we did the other week, I had messages after, we helped a lot of people fix their shooting, and this is the whole idea of it. Bring the community together every Wednesday night for an hour. Experienced shooters, new shooters, people from all over the world, all different styles. Get on here, sort all our issues out, and we'll all learn from each other. Because I learn from this. Alan MCG, big fan from Ireland. Hello, sir. How are you doing? Another one, outdoor experience. What's the easiest to target, OTT or TTF? It depends on the shooter. Leroy Vincent, see you later. I'm going to have rabbit stew. Good man, good man. Tiago Calio, hello. Colin Rovwell, hello. Ellis Crover, hi John. Just jumped in, nice to see another live talk. Hello from Cornwall. Hello. Mark Kilpatrick, Kaluk, Scotland. Catapult hunting from Barnsley. I think I've got loads of messages, but we've been on here 36 minutes. I think we're going to have to get to the hour, aren't we? You deserve an hour. Jans Thompson says, also, do you have anything special to the splits on an ash cup to fit band matchstick method? Anything special? Oh, let me just read that again, sorry. Also, do you have to do anything special to the splits? What I do, bear with me one sec, I think I've got a natural... excuse me. You mean this matchstick method, where you actually pop the bands in and you have a split in the fork. What I do, obviously make sure the wood's dried out. I put that split in with a bandsaw. Then what I do is I coat the whole lot in super glue to seal it, stop any splitting. Then re-sand it all down so it's smooth. Once you've dried it out, cut it, coated it in super glue and sanded it, you shouldn't get any splitting then. And the super glue almost like puts a really tough, hard-wearing coating on it. So, you know, it's not going to split anymore. It's sealed and it's done. Right, I'm going to have to switch hands because this hand's killing. I've been holding it like that. Doing all your comments. Right, bear with me again. And we'll get through them as quick as they can, but I also don't want to miss any questions. If you've got any questions, drop them in. If you think you can help anybody else's questions, drop them in and we'll get it all sorted here. We got plenty of time. Right. Bear with me, I've just seen my daughter on here now, Kizzy Webb. Few comments, she sat upstairs, she is watching on her phone. I'll come to your comment in a bit, girl. Big T, Catapult Addict from Newcastle, how are you doing? Paul Thompson from Yorkshire, hello. Mark Tyler, hi mate from Sheffield. Old Reeky Vapor from Edinburgh. Have you ever made a TTF from a natural? Richard Turner just said. Well, I must have predicted the future because here's one. Love the PPMG Plus, it's awesome, Molsky says. Cody Brown, hello from Barnsley. Is there a most accurate model? Not at all. Not at all. I would love to be able to say my catapults are the most accuratist. Get one, you'll hit everything. But the truth of the matter is, this could be more accurate than anything I've ever designed, an old natural. It is the shooter, so we keep it real. We don't try and fill you full of crap and sell you our stuff saying you'll never miss, it's the most accurate. It's down to the shooter. An old stick with some old knicker elastic on. Put that in the right hands and you'd outshoot everybody. Alright then. Gafita, I've asked where he's from. It's South Wales and it's called, you ready for this? I'm going to get this well wrong, but we're going to go for it. Abercowimi Billy Butt. Kizzy Webb, how you doing? You're upstairs watching me. Remember, everything off at 9 o'clock on your phone for school tomorrow. Silver Birch Outdoors, hello from Elliott Lake, Ontario, Canada. Slingshots Catapults banned in Canada, I believe they are. Or at least something along them lines. Or have I dreamt that, or is it wrong? Charlie Spurgeon, What banner set do you recommend for hunting? I'm on single 2520.66 GZK. Can't get enough of it. Good speeds, nice easy draw length, and does exactly what it needs to do when you hit it in the head. Good night, Trav. Somebody said, whatever that means. Super Stiglet says, don't miss much with my PPMG Plus, and I've only been into catties for a few months. Happy days, good to hear. Catapult Hunter, hello from Barnsley. Kizzy Webb, my daughter's on here again. Alan MCG, I have a solid reference points at my cheek, but I find all my shots go to the left of my target. This is quite an easy fix. Basically, this camera's in reverse, so it might be flipping everything around the opposite, which might confuse it. Are you using the centre as your band as an aim? When you pull to your cheek there, if you're shooting to the left, you want to pull your band out that way a bit, or if you're shooting the other way, drop it in a bit. So instead of pulling it to your cheek, maybe bring it into the corner of your mouth. And what that does, when you're referencing and anchoring, if you watch this now, when you move that in, it's hard to see. You see the line of the band when you move it in? So it just adjusts the line of the shot. So if you're shooting just to the left and move this in a bit, you'll just twist the bands round and it will kick it out. Sounds confusing, but basically do it where you normally do, then move out a bit and in a bit, and just that little adjustment. Sometimes just 4 or 5 millimeters at the pouch end will be enough over 10 meter to shoot your shot 70, 80 millimeters in. The tiniest tweak here is the biggest difference over time, but I can almost be certain that all you need to do is literally, when you're holding there, just move it in a bit. And as I say, as you move it in, you'll see now, look at the line of the bands, move it in, and it just throws the shot out. Very simple fix, and the more times you practice it, you'll get it right. Right, here we go. So many messages. I'm glad we're coming back next Wednesday at 8 o'clock, because there's no way I'm going to get through all these within the next 90 minutes, which is our hour show. So I apologise now, but it's better to have too many than not enough. Right, swap hands again, because that one's in now. Let's have a drink. Ah. Donk's on here. Hello, boss. How you doing, my good friend, Mr. Darren Godfrey? Fellow shooter, top man. Respect, bro. Hope you're good. Giants Thompson says, notice last time you went live, there was a baiting up catty hanging in your fishing corner. What's that setup you use? Big pouch, I guess. Well, this is my fishing corner. I do a lot of carp fishing. I'm into my specimen carp fishing. I've got a couple there. We'll have to get them and show you now, won't we? Sometimes I'm fishing at stupid distances. This is my little one. That's a proper fishing pouch on there. And that's good for 3 or 4 boilies at a time, or little bits. And that's just got little bands on. It's good to about 20 metre. Sometimes, however, I'm fishing at stupid distances, 70, 80, 90 metres, 100 metres, and I need to get boilies out there. So that's when this is called, you ready for it? The Batman pull, nicknamed by my friends. It looks like Batman. Check them bad boy bands out. 50mm wides with a massive bucket on the end. This frame is actually very comfy. It was designed with a little grip there and the pinky hole to lock it in safely. So that grip, so I can brace it there. Look at this. Some catapults. Wow! And that shoots my bait out to 80, 90, 100 metres. I keep getting asked if I'd sell these. Now the problem is, flat bands aren't as long lasting or durable as tubes and the slower stuff. So I'm replacing these elastics on here every 2 or 3 sessions, because this stuff doesn't suit shooting light boilies in a big pouch and keeping it in your fishing box. It doesn't suit it. So I wouldn't sell them for that reason. Your bands would be going all the time. But if you make your own, you know, they are brilliant. There's no catapult from any brand, whether it be the big fishing brands on the market, that can launch boilies as far as this. It's custom made and done to do what it does. And I can get boilies out further than most people on the lake. And is that an advantage when you're fishing? Possibly, yeah. One sec, sorry people. I'm really sorry, we're just not going to be able to get through all of these messages, but we will be back next Wednesday at 8 o'clock. I feel bad because I really wanted to start doing them. I've just got so many. I've just come back for about another 50 or 60 messages just trying to find where I was up to. Right, bear with me, bear with me. Laugh out loud, working hard tonight, Gamekeeper John. Gamekeeper says, if I've said that right. Yeah, it's a busy one. Big T Catapult says to Alan MCG, you probably have bad pouch release or just gripping the ball in front of it. Possibly, yes. Darren Godfrey says you're still doing Chatsworth, I guess. I always do Chatsworth dunk because that's much more than a shoot to me. I'll go there and meet all the lads. We had a weekend away, you know, you got all the hunting stuff and all the show. That little tiny catapult shoot there is just one part of the Chatsworth for me. So I'd definitely be there. Oh, I think I just reported somebody by accident. If I've reported a comment, I didn't mean it. I'm sorry. What frame are you using now, PPMG Plus or the new hammer? I'm actually shooting the original PPMG. This is the hammer. The reason I haven't reviewed this, even though I've had it about a month or two, is in episode 7 of the Catapult show. This is the product review, and we've also got a giveaway. Bear with me. We've got this giveaway, which is the #1 bronze hammer. I've had it for about a month or two now, and that's all coming in the Catapult show, but I've just been so busy. We've got a few bits done and some rabbit shooting and something else, so the show is coming together. It's just time is limited at the moment, and if I get spare time I want to go fishing, not out filming and shooting all day. You know, my fishing is my little get out from Catapults. Matthew Fuzzle says 5 months in now, John. Love it, happy days. Dino says, are you going to do more vids with your dad, John Searing? Yeah, he's a legend just like you, buddy. Of course, there's loads of stuff to get done, videos and stuff. But, yeah, there'll be more planned. Jason Morgan, missed the start, day late pancakes. That's funny you should say that, Jason, because just before I done this video, we had our tea, and because we didn't have pancakes yesterday, she's just done pancakes and all the stuff on them, and I was banging, to be fair. Jay Smith, alright buddy, love your vids. I'm in North Wales. Flint, just up the road. Flint's not far at all from me. Krog Jones, come to party, old John. Sally Alameen. Not this year for me, Krog. Nah. What do you prefer, GZK or Ferroband? Well, I can't answer that, can I? At the moment, GZK. Any plans to ever bring out different fork whips of the PPMG? I'm an 85mm and would love a narrow version. There's so much coming out. There's all sorts coming out. It's just that take time when it happens. Just let the year go as it is. Keep your eye on my YouTube and the Facebook page, and you will see all sorts. Gaffita says, some of your shots, Gamekeeper John, on those 10mm steels are amazing. Thank you very much. What's the best catapult ammo to shoot birds with? 9.5 is my choice. Other people have different opinions. One sec. Hi John, I saw a while back you had a pinned tree for brass catapult. How'd you shoot it? Accuracy given the way it's balanced. All catapults shoot the same with practice. Basically, once you find your reference and anchor point and get them right, they'll all shoot the same. Whether it's an old stick off the floor or a £500 custom, they will shoot the same. Bear with me, people. Steve Walton from Cheltenham, sorry not to be seen complete at Cheltenham ESF tournament. Great show, John. Keep it real. Always keeping it real, Steve. That's how we roll on here. Say it as it is, do it as it is, film it as it is. Real people watching real videos. Alex Donegal, what's a good taper for .65 precise band life for 14mm steel? 14mm steel and .65. Personally, I don't have much experience with precise because I haven't shot it a lot, but .65 is a relatively thin band, and 14mm steel is a relatively big ammo. So you definitely benefit from upping that .65 to something like a .76 or a .8 or even more than that. .65 is a little bit thin for 40mm steels unless you use very wide tapers or double them up. But yeah, it's a big old ammo of 14mm steel. Big T Catapult. Best shot you've ever seen in a comp. The Polo Challenge comes to mind. Best shot I've ever seen. The Polo Challenge, I've had it first shot in something like 1.5 seconds, and I'm sure it's been beat again since then. Another one was, I don't know if any know Stephen Oates. I ain't seen him at the shoots for a while. It was at Andover competition, the outdoor one, and there's loads of pigeons down there, and a pigeon's gone flying over about 15-20 metre in the air. This pigeon, you've seen him go like this, follow it through the air, bump, and the pigeon's just gone whack, hit the deck in the middle of the field, and you'd never believe it, but the best thing about it, there was about 50 people all around him that witnessed it, so it wasn't caught on film, but we all seen it and we was like, wow. Just wouldn't believe it. John, you are the catty saint of dumb questions. Do on. What is your favourite fish? Carp fishing is my favourite. Right, we got 8 minutes left. What trip of wood? Ugh. Colin Rothwell, tar mate. When you make a carp session, do you take your pults with you for fun? Practice, you know what, especially if the fishing was slow. To be fair, most of the lakes I fish on, especially a couple of my local ones, they know what I do anyway, so they let me have a pop at the rats, and that was at a lake where I fish as well the other day. And they've done loads and loads of... oh, it's my little one, you okay? They've done loads of maintenance work, and they've chopped loads of trees down. So I asked him if I could go through them, I saw, and obviously he let me. So I haven't been through it all yet, but there is mounds and mounds of trees down, and he's going to let me go through all the forks. One sec, just going to shut this door a minute, people, bear with me. Stay there. Sorry about that, the door come open and I've lost where I was, but one sec, buddy, one sec, people, one sec. I'm not going to get through all your comments, well too many. We got about 8 minutes left, so I've got to wrap it up after an hour. People, stay with me, stay with me. If I don't read it out, I apologise. Get your comments in earlier next Wednesday at 8. Is the Black Widow good fronting? Nope. Alex Milroy, 9.5 steel, what do you recommend? Single tubes 2050 or 1745 single tubes? Definitely the heavier one, pal, if you're using singles, without a doubt. Most people will use loop tubes with 9.5 steel. What reel do you use for carp? Sam says Shimano's my go-to, Shimano bait runners. I've got Shimano bait runners, Shimano rods. They don't break the bank too much, but they're a very good reel, and for the fishing I do, can't fault them. Shout me out, please, Corey says. Well, there you go, Corey. There's your shout out. Hopefully I can shoot like you one day. I want to max out my grouse hunt with a slingshot in Alaska. I would love to do that. Grouse hunting in Alaska. Very good. Where do you aim on a squirrel for a kill? I use GZK 0.76 9.5. Always headshots, buddy. Shoot the head, then it's dead. As Donks just said, just below you is the best place for the squirrel. That knocks them out. Scottish Titan says, sorry John, whiskey got the better of me. Better late than never. Fair play. Step away from the screen says, I always use a fixed anchor point and a fixed aim point, but grouping just off. Lighter it 5 from 10ish. Any suggestions for consistent accuracy? Practice really. If you're not happy with your grouping and you're using reference and anchor, maybe switch the frame or the bands and see if that would help. Or maybe the page. But if you're referencing an anchor and your grouping's not good, that normally means either your reference is not the same every time, your anchor's not the same every time, or the way you actually release the ball, you could be bumping it up, or something's not the same every time if the grouping's not the same. That's obviously common sense, but try your release doing it the same and work on getting your anchor and reference exactly the same. Pinky Pete, I'm in North Wales in July and possibly March for an arm wrestling competition. Fancy a hunting trip? Hit me up, Pete. I was actually seeing you on about your arm wrestling things on another thing, and I honestly thought you was somebody making it up saying arm wrestling. I actually looked on your profile and it is genuine. So yeah, let me know when you're in the area, buddy. Can you eat feral pigeon? Cody Brown says. I wouldn't. Not a chance. Monster Poodle, hello from New Zealand. Is there an advantage of 11mm steel over 9.5? Personally, no, I don't see any advantage because a 9.5 will kill the same. I'll see plenty of disadvantages. Too heavy, the shot will drop off more. You need to shoot heavier bands, so you'd be shaking more aiming and you'd lose accuracy. Don't see any advantages personally. Right then, we're going to have to end this in a minute. Just saw your TTF Natural Acid Mage and I'll have to make one. Great show, Richard Turner says. We have an how-to video on that, so check it out. Anybody go in our how-to section and you will see, we've got everything covered really. Don't forget, subscribe and like. Give us a subscribe. We're well over 35,000 subscribers now. Joe Stel Coral, hello, saludos desde Venezuela, tus natural sling shoe. Yep. Kayla me, hello all. What's the max size bandwidth will the PPMG Plus take? I've been shooting 30-20s on it and there's still plenty more. You could put 35mm bands on the PPMG Plus. What it is as well, this isn't one here, but as you can see them bands are a bit narrower than the tip, but when you stretch they actually pull in more, so you get away with 35-36mm bands on there comfortably. Right, you should sell them bait catties. Haha, them biting catties, the nuts. Atlantic Woodsman, hello from Atlantic, Canada. Get a loaf of bread in that one, GKG, you know it, Gafita. Hello from Colorado, USA. Mask says, what do you prefer, Ferroband Gold or GZK? Gotta say I'm GZK now. Ever thought of branching out to slingshot rifles? No, too big to carry, too much to post, and you couldn't go walking around the woods with one of them. Got me up, mate. My last giveaway was a bunch of natties I made. Get on the weights, you'd be an animal shaking squirrels out the trees. Right, then we're going to have to end it, people. We've been on here too long. Colin Rothwell, great show tonight, John. Thanks. So many questions to go through, and even what I've answered, we could go into loads more detail. We're 58 minutes in. I've allowed an hour for this video, so we're going to have to start thinking of wrapping it up. But I'm just looking now. There's so many comments, but we are going to have to wrap it up. So, people, it'll be peace out from me. Next Wednesday, 8 o'clock, we'll be doing the same again. There's loads of questions I didn't answer, but at the same time, I hope we've helped somebody. So, hit the like, comment, subscribe, you know the drill. Be a giveaway on our Facebook page tomorrow. We've got keyrings coming out, we've got filming being done, there's loads going on. So, stay with us. Peace out, everybody. Hope you all be safe, be lucky, and I'll see you all